Assalamu alaikum students. How are you all? I hope that you're all fine by the grace of Allah Almighty. Today we are going to start our term 1 of computer with lesson number 1. But before starting, you will have to take out your textbook and put that in front of you so it will help you to understand the explanation more clearly. On page number 1, you have your lesson number 1 and the title of lesson number 1 is Introduction to Access 2013. But before explaining the Access 2013 to you, you will have to know that what is a data and what is a database. You all know that what is a data? A data is a kind of information. Any kind of information like your name, your address, your phone number, your email, etc. Anything, any kind of information is a data, right? But what is a database? Every organization has to maintain data pertaining to its business, employees, and other relevant information. A database is the collection of data at one place. Many institutes, schools, companies use a database to collect the data of their employees and the staff working there. So, they will find the data of any employee whenever they want. On page number 2, we have different elements of database. There are 4 different types of databases. Hierarchical, number 2 network, number 3 relational, and number 4 is object oriented. But in this chapter, we are going to study about a relational database model because it is the most popular database. A relational database can be made in the form of tables in which the columns are called as fields and the rows are called as records. For example, look at this table 1.1 in which a table is given for the example. Employee number, employee name, employee tele and employee email. These are known as the fields. Okay? In the language of database, you will not say them column. You can say them fields. These are fields. Okay? And these are not rows. These are known as records. Understood? These are known as records. So relational database is used and can make in the form of tables. Look at this table. This table is a relational database. A relational database can be made in the form of tables. As you can see that there is a lot of information is gathered in just one table. The name, the country, the continent and the population. So relational database is the most popular model because it can gather a lot of information at just one place. I hope this table will help you to understand the concept of database more clearly. Now, what is a database management system? Database management involves creating, modifying, deleting, and adding data in a database. For arranging your data and for making a database, you need a different type of systems and softwares that can help you to create a database. But what kind of softwares? The most popular softwares are Access, MySQL and Oracle are some popular DBMS softwares. And in this chapter, we are going to study about Access 2013 in which you can make different types of tables of database and you will understand it more clearly with the help of the practical. Our next topic is functions of a DBMS. It means a DBMS has a lot of functions. A DBMS provides easy solution for all the problems. So now moving towards the different functions of a DBMS. First function is data redundancy, which means the duplication of data. It means that in DBMS there is a very less chance of the duplication of data. The next function is controls data inconsistency. In a DBMS, there is a very less chance of inconsistency in data. It means that in institute, the data is stored in two different files, but in a DBMS, the all information is gathered at just one place. So there is a very less chance of data inconsistency. The next function is facilitates sharing of data. It means that if anyone in the institute wants the information from a DBMS, so he will easily can extract that data as per his choice. Next function is it enforces standards, which means that if you will have to represent your data on international and national level, so you can set your DBMS as according to the national or international standards. The next function is ensures data security. In a DBMS, there is a very less chance of losing the data. It means that the person who is accessible to the laptop in which the database management system is stored, so that system can only be operated by the person who owned that laptop. It means that अगर किसी इंसान के पास एक लैपटॉप है और अगर उसने अपना DBMS उसमें सेव किया हुआ है, तो कोई भी दूसरा उसकी इजाज़त के बगैर उसके लैपटॉप को या उसके DBMS को हाथ नहीं लगा सकता. The next and last function is it maintains the integrity. It means that a school has to make the result of students, and in that result the limit of the marks is 100. So you can add the limit up to 100. So no one can add the number more than 100 into it. For example, that if a person added 101, so it will show you the error because 101 is more than 100. So it will maintain the integrity of that information. Now, on page number 3, we are moving towards our main topic, which is introducing Access 2013. I think you all know about Microsoft, right? Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel. All of these softwares have their different functions and different elements, but Access is the popular DBMS application which is given by Microsoft, and it is used to make a relational database. As you all know that a relational database is used and can be made in the form of tables. Okay, I am giving you the first look of Access. This is the first look of Access, and this is the home page of Access. Okay, as you all know that Access is written here, and these are all the templates. So I'll explain it to you that how can you make a relational database with the help of these templates. But first of all, you'll have to know that each piece of information which is given in the table is known as value. Like, again, see the table number 1.1. All of these records, every information given in the table is known as a value. These all are the values which are given in the table. Next topic is Elements of Access 2013, which is on page number 4. The Elements of Access 2013 includes new user interface as compared to the previous version. The elements are, as you can see in the figure 1.1, there are many elements which are labeled in this figure. Number 1 is program icon, number 2 is quick access toolbar, number 3 title bar, number 4 help, minimize, maximize, restore down, close, ribbon, tab bar, navigation pane, and status bar. These are all the different elements of access, and all these elements have different functions. Like, as you all know that title is always present at the top of anything. Okay, so the title bar will be present at the top of the main page of access. This is the title bar. Okay, close, it means to close this tab. Maximize, to make it bigger. Minimize, to make it smaller. Program icon, this is program icon. This is the logo of access. Okay, and now I'll show you the screen of access. Now this is the page, and this page has all the elements that I've mentioned before. Okay, so on page number 5, the next topic is database objects. Every database has different objects, and these are the most important objects which are present in every database and every software. Number 1 is table. It stores the data in a database. Table, as you all know that you can set the data in the form of table. Number 2 is form. The function of form is to display your data in a customized format. Everything needs to be in a proper format, and the work of form is to make the data in a customized format. Query, it retrieves data from one or more tables based on a selection criteria. You can move your first data to the second data from first table to second table based on your choice. Number 4 is report. It displays data in an easy to read format for printing. The work of report is also to make your data in a proper format, but for printing, for paper, for reading. Macro, it automates tasks that are performed often. Those tasks which you perform regularly, it shows you that task. Module contains programming statements written in VBA programming language. On page number 6, you have a topic creating a database and creating a database using a template, and on page number 7, creating a database from scratch. So we can create database by using two methods, which is using a template and using a scratch. I'll show you by doing it on my laptop. The second one is the blank database, which is making a database using scratch, and these are all the templates. The template means a shortcut to make a database. For example, if a school have to make the database of their faculty, they will use the template. This is the database which is made by using template, in which all the fields, like these are the fields: faculty ID, first name, last name, email address, business phone. These are all made automatically. The fields are made automatically in the use of template. But by using scratch, there is no field here. You'll have to make the field by yourself. So the template is the most convenient way to make a database in the comparison of scratch. So everyone made a database by using template, because it is very easy and a very shorter way to make a database very easily, because it has the fields related to the database. Like school have to make the database of their faculty, so the fields are according to the faculty names. The next topic is naming a field. Rules for naming a field are as follows. These rules are written in very easy and simple language, so you can understand them by yourself, but I'll explain you some rules. If you are making a field in the table, you'll have to remember these rules. A field name can be 1 to 64 characters. You can add just 1 to 64 characters in the name of field. You can add letters, numbers, and some special characters. A field name cannot have period, exclamation, bracket, grave accent. It cannot be started with blank space. A field name can be in upper, lower, or mixed case. On page number 10, there are some data types of a database. Number 1 is short text, long text, number, date, time, currency, auto number, yes, no, OLE object, hyperlink, attachment, and calculated. Short text can just have 255 characters. A long text is a description like paragraph, number, any kind of number, date and time, currency, auto number. You can select the auto number, so a primary key can add the numbers in the sequence. Yes or no. OLE object, it is a kind of file or a document you can attach that. Hyperlink, attachment, and calculated. These are all the data types of database. Page number 11, opening an existing database. If you want to open the database which you can created before, you can open that database by searching and browse that in your computer, because it is saved in your computer after you create that. Explained you the main topics of this chapter before, but there are some topics, these are the shortest topics of the chapter, which are less important, but I'll give you the overview of these topics. Number 1 is modifying table design. If you want to change the table design in the data sheet view, you can change that. Add or delete a field. If you want to delete something, you can delete it. Move a field. If you want to move a field, you can move it. Hide and unhide field or columns. You can hide or unhide the fields or columns if you don't want them. Freeze or unfreeze fields. If you freeze the field, it will not show you in front of you. To change a field's format, if you want to change the format of any field, you can change that, but we can do all of these just by practically. We will do it when you will join the school, inshallah. I'll explain it to you that how can we do that. Calculations in data sheet view. You can calculate the totals and everything in the data sheet view. If you want to count, sum, average, anything, you can set the settings to calculate anything. After the explanation, now we are moving towards our written work, which we will start from the exercise 1 on page number 20, which is the choose the correct option. Number 1 is, it lets you enter and display data in a customized format. Options: table, form, query, report. And the answer is form. Number 2. By default, the first field in a new table is options, number, ID, serial number, all of these. And the correct answer is ID. Number 3. A data type that can have only one of two values, true or false. Options: auto number, number, yes or no, currency. And the correct answer is yes or no. Number 4. Which of the following is an invalid field name? Options: student's name, student dot name, student dash name, and student name. The correct answer is student's name. Number 5. A primary key, options, cannot be repeated, uniquely identifies a record, can be of the auto number data type, all of these. And the correct answer is all of these. Number 6. This data type allows alphanumeric characters and special symbols more than 255. Options: short text, long text, number, auto number. And the correct answer is long text. Now we are moving towards our notebook work. But first of all, you will have to make title pages. The first title page would be Term 1 and the second title page would be Introduction to Access 2013. After the title pages, you will have to do the question answers in your notebook. Question number 1 is, in which form does a relational database store data? And the answer is, a relational database stores data in the form of tables. Question number 2 is, which tab in Access 2013 has commands to help manage Access and Access database? Answer, the File tab in Access 2013 has commands to help manage and access databases. Question number 3. Which feature in Access 2013 helps to find out the sum, count, average, etc. on the data? And the answer is, the totals feature in Access 2013 helps to find out the sum, count, average, etc. on the data. Question number 4. By default, which is the first field created in a new table in Access 2013? Answer, the first field created by default in a new table in Access 2013 is the ID field. Question number 5. What are the elements of a relational database? Answer, the elements of a relational database are tables, records, and fields. Question number 6. What is the meaning of data redundancy? Answer, data redundancy means duplication of data. Question number 7. For which purpose is the database object query used? And the answer is, the database object query is used to retrieve data from one or more tables. After doing the question answers in your notebook, you will have to do the exercise of fill in the blanks. Number 1. Dash is a popular database management application, and the answer is Access 2013. Number 2. A dash is an organized collection of data, and the answer is database. Number 3. A specific piece of information in a table is called a dash, and the answer is value. Number 4. The dash key uniquely identifies every row in a table, and the answer is primary. Number 5. The dash view is used to enter data into a table, and the answer is datasheet view. After the exercise of fill in the blanks, you will do the true or false. Number 1. A table organizes data into rows and columns, which is true. Number 2. The primary key of a table can consist of only one column. This statement is false. In Access 2013, the title bar appears at the top of the window, and this statement is true. Number 4. The short text data type can store text up to 65,335 characters long, which is false. Number 5. The database object report lets you enter and display data in a customized format, which is false. This is all your notebook work. I hope that your work will be completed on time. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.